pleasure to meet y'all at last, and welcome back to the Vlog-A-Thon. Again. So, I just gotta say really quickly that all of this stuff that I have going on right here, it's just gonna be pretty fun right here. I might as well put this down again so y'all can see this. Yeah, hopefully you can. Well, anyways, what have I got to talk about here on the Vlog-A-Thon? Well, first of all, I just want to address that because I've already talked a lot about certain things relating to how many film projects I'm going to be having throughout the next decade or two. So, 20 years of my life I'll pretty much be devoting to the future of Kaiju Force Neo related film production that I'll be having for a long time anyways. Since I was able to cross a lot of different thresholds, then well, why not just keep going at it? It'll be pretty fun for the most part. I could even say I could probably try out my hands on a lot of different things here and there surrounding the feature film production sort of business that I've got going on here. And now, I feel like now's the prime time for me to go ahead and pitch in a huge plan that I have going on. It is in fact going to be a long-term goal of mine in life where I will in fact be attempting to get even better in my filmmaking business itself. That of which is the primary arm of Kaiju Force Neo itself. Aside from all the other arms, they are doing their share to get the company's profits in check. But the filmmaking part is pretty much the biggest component to that of Kaiju Force Neo's makeup in itself. So what I got to say at this point is that here in late 2020, as we're approaching the final weeks and days of this entire year, being that this is in fact one of those years in life, it kind of makes us wonder, what is 2021 going to be like, 2022, 2023, 2024, and so on and so forth, up until 2030. 2030, 2040, time's just going to go on. Because this year is pretty much just flown by, almost like nothing tragic had happened. But the truth is that so much has happened by now. I almost feel like that many of the other years that I've experienced in life, which I felt were some of the worst I could have ever come across in my entire lifetime, they probably wouldn't compare to this, but no. They might, in sub-magnitude. But combined, all of those years, they are in fact much worse than this one. This is just one of those years where Kaiju Force Neo has gotten much bigger. I mean, URG groundskeeping has expanded so much, and we also can't forget that, well, there has been so much that has happened on my social media feeds lately. I just feel a bit more happy about myself and the way that I'm doing my job here. But you know what? Starting in 2021 and onwards, with the release of Nerf Secret Reveal Bolts of Intrigue, as well as a somewhat newer release that I'll have as well later in that year, this is basically what I'm going to be referring to as the decade of Kaiju Force Neo. Because the 2010s, of course, they were some of the biggest parts in my life where I paid a lot of attention to the company itself. Of course, Kaiju Force Neo had become well recognized worldwide with its extreme upsurge throughout 2017 and 2018 because of my influence with the Vine community that had pretty much united together after the app itself had gone through some downfall. And we also can't forget about the Game Tweet community. I've talked about that a lot of times. But those are two big reasons why Kaiju Force Neo has become very successful and very well known throughout the whole world. I mean, I still get a lot of people out there who know me very well. I mean, I could be here all day talking about how amazing those things were in my life, and well, I still get a bit teary-eyed because of how incredible people are when it comes to, well, how my business itself gets well known. But you know what? this is it. This is the decade of Kaiju Force Neo now. This is the decade that Kaiju Force Neo will in fact become well known throughout the whole world. Of course, 2017 and 2018, those were kind of just walks in the park. Pretty big walks, as a matter of fact. Even though they stretched out for miles. I could be here all day with that analogy, but I feel like I'm getting off track. So the point is, even though the 2010s were a pretty good time for me, this decade is going to be even bigger. Way bigger, way better. Because after all, Nerf Secret Reveal Bolts of Intrigue is going to be right there New Year's Day. The very morning of January 1st, 2021. We also can't forget about the fact that, well, aside from some of the other projects I've talked about, including the unfinished and unreleased, canceled, delayed project of mine known as In Hospitality, those are certainly going to be out throughout 2021. And then on, there's going to be others, like the S-Grade, as well as a few other add-ons to the Nerf Secrets Revealed film series. Sequels, prequels, probably even others along the way as well. But Nerf Secrets Revealed itself is still a pretty good series, whether or not the original series is still gone. It's been around for a while, but then it just disappeared. All because of me. I decided to end Nerf Secrets Revealed, the original series, this past July. And now, nearly 5 months later, I gotta say, looking back at everything that I've already accomplished on there, it's really been quite a ride. But you know what? 2021 and onwards, you can expect me to really put an upshine on Kaiju Force Neo's film production itself. It's going to get even bigger, and I can tell you right now, there will be a lot of other accomplishments that I'll have set in place, as well as a lot of new goals that I'll have put together, short-term or long-term. But anyways, that's pretty much all I got to talk about that. But tune in next time, and it will be even more informative for every one of y'all out there who want to go ahead and check out more action on the Vlog-A-Thon. But if you want to see more, go down to my channel. Make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.